Today, July 23rd, 2026, is the 10-year anniversary of this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel has been with me. I've had this channel since I was 11. It has grown and evolved significantly from a channel that I started just so I could have one that's under my own email and one that I could subscribe to, like, just kind of refresh my subscriber count, or not subscriber count, but my who I was subscribed to a channel that I am genuinely very proud of and very happy with how it's going and the content I've been making lately. It is still kind of insane to me that this channel is 10 years old, even if there's only videos public from 2019. And I think to kind of celebrate it, I wanted to go over all my public videos, basically all the video essay stuff, and just kind of go over the history of this channel. I figured it'd be a fun kind of throwback to the early days of this channel. Spoiler, it was interesting. But yeah, I guess I just want to start this off with a thank you, because I mean, again, this channel has grown significantly more than I could have ever imagined. So this is a very different type of video. This is very I have notes written down, but that's it. I don't have a script this time. I'm just going to be kind of rambling. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be watching the public videos that are available, with one exception, one unlisted video. I say that because I am not watching all 55 of these really terrible Let's Plays, when some of these are close to an hour long. Now there's videos in here I probably could rewatch. This emoji review I remember working hard on. I remember these two being, really, like, these four were my first, like, dipping my toes into that video essay style. Like, there's definitely videos on here that probably could be included. These are uploaded after Why I Love the Wii, but I have them unlisted. I think these two don't even exist anymore, and I don't want to watch them. I'm mostly just going over the stuff that is publicly available. Now this is a playlist that's publicly available, but pretty much if it's in this videos essay playlist, it's gonna be the ones that I talk about, which includes this Friday Night Funkin' video, which is unlisted. And I will get to that when we get to that. I have a tier list pulled up. We're gonna go in order, which is starting with Why I Love the Wii. It was uploaded January 14th, 2019. I was 13 years old when this video was made. This was very much my first attempt at a scripted video. Stuff like my Panic at the Disco video or that NES like multi-cart video. That was all stuff that was like, it was a video essay, but it wasn't necessarily scripted. I remember this was my first time really scripting out a video. This was made on like Filmora Wondershare that I bought at Best Buy. And you know what? It has a bunch of aspects that I don't do anymore. It has face cam, and it has a bunch of these like cut to black like edits, which I guess I still do that from time to time, but I used to do it a lot. There's stuff like this, this SpongeBob clip that is just so drawn out. And that was just to increase the length of the video. There's a certain point where I talk about Mario, I think it was New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I just didn't record gameplay for it. I don't know why. I didn't rip gameplay anywhere. This was in here. How dare you not mention yeah, that was my friend Avery's whenever. I lost contact with them, unfortunately, and I hope they're doing well, if they are watching this. But yeah, it's a video that has definitely aged. You can tell that I was.
I don't know why.
You can tell I was 13. You can also tell by my bedroom layout that I was 13. But you know what? For a first go around, I can't be too mad at it. I remember wanting this video to be done right, and looking back on it, it wasn't that bad. It could have used more analysis. I could have used more history. The editing's okay. The script is fine. And you know what? The thumbnail's also like pretty solid. I think out of these early thumbnails, because these thumbnails get terrible. But this one, I kind of like this one. I do still really like this one. Why I love the Wii is going to go top of seats here. It is the type of video, everything is either better or worse than this video. And spoilers, there's a lot of things that are worse than this video.
Wow.
Up next, Mario Kart 64 is the worst Mario Kart game. Shout out Edgar. He's gotten a lot older since. Premiered on April 6, 2019. Again, still 13 years old when I made this. And I kind of just remember not really liking Mario Kart 64 when I was playing it. Even with friends, I just didn't really care for it. And this was very much an AVGN kind of style video where, you know, everything sucks, everything's terrible, everything is just like, it's the worst thing in the world. God, this editing sucks. This editing is so poorly made. Yeah, my voice got a lot deeper, as you can very much tell. This was the first video I remember putting in music for it, but I didn't list what music tracks. I didn't do that for the longest time, which is kind of it's a lot of Mario Kart tracks, mind you, but I always like looking through those lists, being like, okay, it's a good reflection on what I was playing at that time too. I did a poll in this one. I had more than just 100 subscribers at the time. I ended up doing both videos anyways either, so the poll didn't even matter. I had a good joke in here somewhere where,
ow, hell, looking at the game wrong would probably make you spin out.
That's not bad. That's a pretty good joke. I'm not mad at that one, but yeah, I stole just straight up a Scott the Woz clip in here somewhere. Yeah. This video is. I talked about Breath of the Wild. Oh, terrible end card I just stole off of Google. At the end here, I talk about Breath of the Wild being a bad Zelda game because
Breath of the Wild is a bad Zelda game.
Yeah, just not even true. I don't really like Breath of the Wild that much. I don't care for it, but it's not a bad game at all. This is a bad video. This is a bad video with bad script, bad editing, bad points made. It's a D tier video. There's a reason that I remade this video later on. Alright, next up is NES Over-Remembered Mediocrity. So yeah, this, as you can very clearly tell, it's a 4x3 video because this original footage that I brought in was 4x3. Uploaded August 8th, 2019. So hey, I'm 14 now, because that makes a big difference. 2019 is kind of the end of the era of the NES and the SNES era is the best discussion of retro gaming. It might have been transitioning more to N64, but it definitely wasn't GameCube yet. And the thing about the NES is that I respect it more than I like it. And I kind of want to just talk about a lot of the bigger games on the NES. I'm yeah, these are fine, but they're not fun to play. I have this video is just poorly made. I think this is by far one of my worst editings. This is ugly. What a random transition. I have a cringy ass joke Super Mario, little gnome game Super Mario.
And a little known game, may have heard of it, Super Mario Brothers.
I misspelled shovelware. Shovel, W-E-R-E. The spelling is right there. Like, I had it right there. And then when I was watching it for the first time, we get over to this section, I think it was.
SMB2 Japan.
And like fucking Mario Trap remix. I do not remember doing that. I do not remember doing that at all. Yeah, no, this video is the script is fine. The script for this one is perfectly whatever. It's got some cringy bits in there, but like, you know what? I think a lot of the points that I make, I agree with. I think Zelda 1 and 2 are very flawed games. I think that Mario the Lost Levels is just not fun to play. You have other franchises that made their start, like Kid Icarus and Metroid, and like, the NES game just like isn't that great to come back to. It's just this editing is what destroys it, because oh my god, this editing is just terrible for being 2019. I also end it with like a Game Grumps clips. I don't watch the Game Grumps. I don't know, like, first of all, it's random Mario Sunshine clips, so that's already like a what the hell sure. Then it's the Game Grumps, which is what the hell sure. And then I don't watch them, so like what the hell sure. I would say this video is more worthless than it is offensive. The Mario Kart one's offensive. This one is just kind of worthless. It's kind of boring, but like my points I made are at least fine. Really not much to say on this one. It's a C tier. It's below the Wii video, but a lot of these older videos too, they max out at like a few minutes, so it's also hard to form like a massive thought on them when it's like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Like, there's not much to say here.
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
The 6th console generation retrospective. This was ambitious for being 2019, September 12th, 2019. I had an idea there, and you'll find out very quickly that the idea was not great. I think this is something I would want to redo in the future. I have pretty good thoughts on the Dreamcast. I have good thoughts on the GameCube. PS2 not so much, but like the Xbox I've also got pretty good thoughts on. And I think my big issue, and a big issue with a lot of these videos, is that I just half-assed them. So this is another one of those videos that the first video...
Future Virgin.
You can hear me whisper the Future Virgins line, because you can tell that I'm like... I was living at my grandma's house at the time, so you could tell that I was like a little scared that I would be caught saying that line. No, what I was saying is this and the NES video are both in 4:3 because when I imported the first video, it was 4:3 and messed up the aspect ratio.
Microsoft consoles or on this gen, for God's sake.
I say for God's sakes a lot in this video, which is like not a phrase that I typically use. I really don't know why I started using it a lot in this one.
Pretty well to the start, but was killed by the upcoming.
You can hear the loud ass chair that I use like creak super heavily at multiple points in this video. The editing is just really choppy. This shot is terrible. Like, it's not centered. It's just, to be fair, I was using my phone to record these shots. It's very recently that I have an actual camera. But like, oh yeah, there's a little like one frame of black you can see there. Like, the editing in this one especially is really bad. But overall, the video's not the worst thing in the world. It's kind of the same thing that I feel about a lot of these early videos, where it's like I kind of agree with some of these points that I'm making. I think especially with this one, it's like highlighting a lot of these homebrew Dreamcast games is super cool. The video is awfully edited. It needs to be researched a lot more. And I just needed to spend more time on this. I was trying to do monthly releases at this point, and I would get so apologetic if I missed the monthly release. I'm pretty sure, as you know now, I don't stick to a monthly schedule. I upload a video whenever I want to, because I am a college student. I was a student when I was making these. I've always been a student when I've been making these. And I would be so apologetic that I missed these upload dates that I set for myself that no one cared about. Like, I'm not Mr. Beast. I'm not these massive channels that have to kind of stick to these upload schedules. I'm a for fun creator that uploads videos when I want to. I think this is the first time we see this, the end card I still use to this day. It was just a short video, but overall, not bad. It's a step in the right direction. It made me want to play my Dreamcast again, which is a great sign. But still not great. Probably low B tier is what I would give the Dreamcast video. It's just the editing on this one. If this one had better editing, I think especially it would be a lot higher. But the editing just, ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They had PlayStation 2 right in the hotel room.
The 6th generation retrospective uploaded November 20th, 2019. This is the first video with the intro. I remember I made this intro, like, it took me like 2 hours to make it, because it was my first time using keyframes. I don't remember if I was on Adobe Premiere at this time. I might have still been on Filmora Wondershare. But this was my first time using keyframes for a project, and it was so incredibly difficult to learn. But, like, I'm still happy with it. I probably should remake it, but I mean, like, I still use it to this day. I'm still very happy with how this intro turned out. I think it's simple. I think it's short. I love the Ace Attorney save jingle, so, like, that, boom, it's a pretty good intro. That's the only nice thing I really have to say about talk about Twitch, my Twitch channel. Ew. This is really the only nice thing I'll have to say about this video. This video sucks. So much of this video is just scrolling through. So much of this video is a black screen, which a black screen is fine for comedic effect. It's okay if you're using a black screen to emphasize a joke, and I still do that, and I probably do it a bit too much. But when half of your 5-minute long video, when I can scroll through and see the amount of black in this video, that's not good. I also don't talk about the PS2 at all. I really don't. I give a little bit about the information about it, and then I decide to be like, man, this controller fucking sucks. And it's like, dude, like, that's it? That's all you got? And look, I don't like the PS2 controller. I still don't like it, but it is still like a, that's all you got, really? You're not going to talk about any of the games on the console? You're just going to talk about the controller? I remember this was one of the first videos that this was one of the first videos that I got like a hate comment on, because he was kind of like, dude, this video sucks, it's half black screen and your opinions on the PS2 are terrible. And, you know, being a little 14-year-old, I was like, no, it's not. Yeah, no. Years later, that was actually pretty clever. Hold on.
And who the cares?
I will say, using the PS2 noise as like the sensor beep, that's pretty clever. I'm also using a PS1 DualShock for this, not a PS2 controller. I reviewed the console for less than 2 minutes. It's one of the best-selling consoles of all time, and I review it for actually a little bit over 2 minutes. Yeah, and just I repeat footage a lot too. I remember that. This Zelda footage, yeah. This is the one that I just keep repeating over and over again, and it looks terrible. It's easily one of the worst videos I have ever made. It's going bottom of D tier. It's repetitive. It's a black screen. It's poorly edited. It's poorly paced. It's poorly scripted. It's a video I never return to, and it's I don't want to say worthless because I've learned from it since, but out of all the videos that I could call worthless, this one is worthless.
Everyone has Uno, dipshit. It came free with your fucking Xbox.
The last part of the 6th console generation retrospective, the Xbox. This was uploaded December 24th, 2019. And I remember being pretty proud of this one. Before rewatching it, I remember taking a lot of time, and I remember really liking the end result. My voice also definitely sounds a bit lower in this one, though I sound very like lispy. I feel like I'm like doing a lot of this.
They did was letting Sega use a version of Windows CE, with the Dreamcast. But that
like I just don't sound confident. I will say this history section is also pretty well made. Going through mainly the Wikipedia page, but also looking up some videos and stuff. I was very intrigued by the history of the Xbox. I actually do think it's a pretty cool story, and I think I did it justice. This is also when I was moved into my new house, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's this shot. Because that is the current game room that I have, so it was kind of nice to be like, oh, okay, this is in my newest house, which is very nice. Oh yeah, this... Yeah, a bass boosted joke. That was very much the era of 2019. It's something I will never do. Yeah, I will never do that today. Freaky Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dude, there's a lot of stuff that I say in these older videos that I'm like, I would never phrase it like that. I can tell that I'm going off script, because you can tell when I'm off script. This whole video is off script, and you can tell that I just ramble. And I just say stupid shit when I'm off script. And so it's like stuff like Freaky Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I'm never going to say ever again. I do talk about the Halo multiplayer. I think that's what that clip was just for. And I remember I would play Halo multiplayer all the time with some of my buddies in middle school. It was great times. I will say this, it's crude. It's very crude, but like, that's not a bad joke. That's not terrible. Like, oh yeah, there's like random fucking melee footage in here for some reason. There's random, like, there's a Dreamcast game right there. There's, like GameCube games right there. And I think that was just me trying to show off my game collection, but it was also like a dude, you're talking about the Xbox, what are you doing? But as much as I remember liking this video, and I think this is definitely one of the better edited videos up to this point, it's just still got some weird stuff like, okay, random Mario Kart footage, random Melee footage, random, just, yeah. Just a bunch of like random stuff of what I'm not talking about. This is also like the first time I really talk about games in one of these videos, which is like, yeah, that's kind of the bare minimum for talking about a console. You should talk about the games that are on it. Yeah, no, this video had pretty alright editing. I am decently proud of the script. I think there's definitely, mostly on the editing side, there's stuff here that I would never do today, and there's a lot of mismatched stuff. And a lot of stuff that, yeah, this entire outro section where I'm talking about middle school drama, shut the fuck up. Like, do not talk about personal life in a YouTube video, especially when it's 8th grade drama. That genuinely, it made me sick to my stomach, because it's like, dude, what are you doing? No one here cares about your 14-year-old issues. It is rough. That one was, this end card is one of the hardest parts of any of these videos to go back and watch. Who remembers the Xbox? Is definitely one of my better videos, but nowhere near as good as I remember. The editing's weird and not really relating to what I'm saying. The end card is really fucking cringy. There's a lot of filler for a 7-minute video, but like, it's well researched, it hits the talking points well enough, and it's overall definitely watchable, which is not the same for a lot of these early videos. I would probably say it's slightly above the Dreamcast video, but really not by much. I expected this to be our first A tier, and it did not cross that bar. And the probably most not... Oh yeah, there's Familiar Wonder Share, so I was definitely still on that. The most, like, out of place video in my catalog, my Frozen video. This was uploaded February 7th, 2020. There's a bunch of people that I don't talk to at all anymore that help do funny in quote voices for this. Yeah, this video spawned from me having a debate discussion with one of my friends at the time about the movie Frozen and how I hated it. I still hate this movie. I genuinely think this is one of Disney's worst. And it was just kind of a case of, like, I had so many thoughts about the movie that I thought it was just easier to kind of convey them in a YouTube video, which is what I did. I say good for you in here soon.
If you like this movie or even love the movie, good for you.
Good for you mentioned. I was on Olivia Rodrigo before Olivia Rodrigo even dropped her first album. My mic peaks really heavily in this video. I go so heavy on my disclaimers of, like, if you like the movie, that's okay. Because it's like, dude, just go into it. Like, you don't need to explain that everything is your opinion, especially how hard you do it. And I'm talking like this isn't my own video. I basically just go plot by plot and just be like, yeah, no, this didn't work for me, this didn't work for me. I call Anna a bitch at some point, and I go, hey, don't call them bitches, bro. Don't call them bitches. There's some dialogue, like some joke dialogue that I do, and it's like, it's so cringy. It's so cringy. There's a certain point where I make fun of the fact that it's a musical, and it's like, why are the characters not pointing out that they're singing? Because it's like, dude, that's a musical. That's the point of a musical. I had a professor in college, for my film genres class, who was like, oh, I hate musicals because why are they singing? And it's like, yeah, dude, that's the point of a musical. Like, I'm sorry, that is the point of the genre. No, my mic just peaks horribly throughout this. It's edited. This is a fine enough joke. Like, that's fine. I don't hate that joke. Oh, okay, that was really loud. Thanks. This video sucked. I've done so much better film reviews in the future. The video was unfunny, it was poorly edited, it was just super cringy. The video has been the hardest to sit through so far. It's a D tier, it's below the PS2, because at least the PS2 video is half the length. It is very much a terrible mediocrity of a video, I'll tell you what.
Skylanders, the amazing new video game where toys come to life.
And my first of 3 so far Skylanders videos. This was uploaded March 31st, 2020. I started putting the music in the description, which is good. This was also when I was very much into Vaporwave. I still use Windows 96 to this day, but like Macintosh Plus, I haven't listened to them in quite a bit. This is when the pandemic started. I had nostalgia for Skylanders, or I was talking to Skylanders, or I was talking about Skylanders to a friend recently. I just had strong opinions on the Skylanders franchise, and I just had a lot of strong Skylanders nostalgia at the ripe age of 14. So I made a video. It's another AVGN style video where I just hate on everything, even though I really like this game. Is it a bit flawed? Yeah, but like, it's still a lot of fun. I am so quiet in this video. And I just go like off script a ton and super obvious. I did like a lot of, I would explain something.
But I did find 2 videos that explain the history.
Yeah, like I would do a lot of like, oh, here's part of the history. Here's another video that will explain the history. And it's like, dude, if you're gonna bring it up, you're going to actually go in depth and talk about it. I think there's like I've said a lot about a lot of the stuff that I'm complaining about, there's a time and a place for linking out to another video. But like, when it comes to something like the history of a game, you can do that yourself. You can retell the history of a game. You don't need to pawn the work onto someone else. I hate this intro bit where I'm like just comparing the characters to the voice actors they play. Because like I had to just go on like the voice actor behind the voice, I think it is, and like look up a bunch of them, because the only ones I knew were Vim or Invader Zim and Joe Swanson. Like those were the only two I could like pin to their actor, and that's because they have super recognizable voices. Like I thought it was like it's a fine enough choice, but it's just not as funny as I think I thought it was. I'm just also in like in this camera shot, yeah, I'm constantly moving instead of just getting a nice stable shot, and it like is a little motion sickness. I make an okay boomer joke in here apparently, like because I was talking about the names and I was like, oh yeah, the funny meme. Yeah, here it is.
Dude holding a bomb. Let's name him Funny Meme.
Yeah, the funny meme, okay boomer, because that was still relevant in March of 2020. I have a lot of these like editor's notes in the video, and I do that a lot. And like it's just not needed. I mentioned COVID at the end and like, oh, be safe with COVID going around, which it's also like a yes, very, very true, but it's also I didn't need to say that. Like, the people watching my videos at the time were my friends, and I could have very just told them myself. I also used to do this thing where I would tease the next video.
Until next time, where we will be talking about you.
Like, I would do this thing where I would tease the next video, and it's one of the videos upcoming where I stopped doing it because I never did that video. The Skylanders video, it's not too bad, it's not too great. It's just kind of boring. Like, that's the thing with a lot of these early videos, is I'm going back and realizing, like, wow, these are just kind of boring. I think it's well enough edited. It's not as cringy, but still definitely cringy. I don't agree with the points I make. I know I don't really go much in like the meat of the videos. I'm more going over based off what I remember. But if you want more full in depth, that's kind of go watch the video yourself. Like, I don't really agree with much of the script on this one. Again, I think I tried to AVGN it too much, and I don't know why I did that, because I like this game. But, I mean, it's better edited than the last few. It's not as cringy as the last few. It's probably the best video so far. I still don't love it, though. Probably B tier. I think it might still be below the Xbox video, though.
Years of my life dedicated to a console that just plain sucked!
My Wii U video. This was uploaded April 30th of 2020. This was just, it was Scott the Woz inspired. There's no other rhyme or reason to it. It was Scott the Woz inspired. You can hear me at the start of a lot of these videos. You can hear me like messing with my headphones or my chair or something. It's really loud at the beginning. I do like this is where I seem unique and try to talk about the history, and it's like, dude, everyone does that. Like, that's not unique. You watch a modern Scott the Woz video now, and most of it is the history. But yeah, the footage, like, this is super choppy for some reason. I do a lot of like oh, I haven't played this game, but I'm still gonna talk about it. Because it's like, either you act like you played it or play it for the video. If you're going to talk about a game, don't do like I'm going to talk about this, but I haven't played this yet. Especially when you own the game. I'm talking about Nintendo Land. I didn't play Nintendo Land yet. And it's like, dude, you own the game. You can play it real quick. I have like one kind of funny bit when I'm going over like the different games. where is it? It's somewhere in here where I put like Counter-Strike Source next to Woolly World, and it's like that's a kind of blink and you'll miss it type joke, and I'm like, okay, oh, I'm using Premiere by this point, that's kind of cool. The Wii U gamepad, I talk about the controller a bit, and yeah, I'll stand by the fact that the Wii U gamepad is super comfortable. The Wii U's virtual console, I talk about how good the virtual console is, and it's like, no it isn't. This is Nintendo's worst virtual console, by far. And I will say this video so far has probably been the best one. It was the first video on my watch that I actually enjoyed. It's not nearly as if, aside from a few cringy points, mostly the, oh, I haven't played this yet. Nothing too cringy. There's minor editing mistakes and really not that many points of criticism. And that's also the other thing too, is I'm going to be more like, oh, this was wrong, rather than this was right. Especially for a lot of these older videos, because a lot of these older videos I remember the negatives rather than the positives. But I mean, when I watch through this and my notes, I'm saying that I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna trust my notes. Not cringy, minor editing mistakes, only a few notes of criticisms. I would go more in depth nowadays, which that's a trend for all of these early videos, but I guess I'm gonna give it an A tier.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Oh god, this is one of those watch to the end for an update videos. I don't care. So yeah, my top 10 favorite games. This is the worst thumbnail I've ever had. Also just unrelated investigations footage. This video was uploaded June 4th, 2020. Oh, I remember what the update is. The update was saying that I had an allergic reaction, and that's the reason the video didn't come out on the 31st of May. Which, like, dude, you're saying this to your whole 100 subscribers. No one really cares. But oh yeah, this was my original top 10. It was Mario Sunshine, Splatoon. I didn't have a number 8. Super Mario Galaxy, Mario World, Galaxy 2, Smash for 3DS, Tomodachi Life, Majora's Mask, MK Wii. And I'll kind of quickly go through this one. This video is overall just kind of meh. It's kind of me going, I like this game. Okay. It's kind of a video. I think this section's kind of fun. Like, okay, that's fun bits of editing. Let's see, my honorable mentions was Animal Crossing New Horizons, a game I don't play anymore. Banjo-Kazooie, a game that I love. Link Between Worlds, which I would put on the list if I didn't limit myself to one game per franchise. Plants vs. Zombies, I would put that on. I think that's it. That's an honorable mention. That's probably a top 15 for me. But it's like, okay, Kirby, Nightmare Dreamland, really good. Mario Odyssey, really good. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Tomodachi Life, SpongeBob After Bikini Bottom, Smash Ultimate. I put CS:GO on here. This is when I was playing. By the way, this is horrible CS:GO footage. Like, this is just not good CS:GO footage at all. Not only because I'm terrible at the game, but also because it's like I'm hiding in a box for most of it. I don't play CS:GO anymore. I hate CS2. Mario Kart Wii at number 3. The Ace Attorney Trilogy at number 2. And Majora's Mask at number 1. Which I would say that's not bad. Definitely a lot of those games are still in my top 10 today. Yeah, there's stuff in here where a lot of my notes for this one is just me going like, yeah, I still like this game, or no, I don't really like this game. When I'm talking about Majora's Mask, I go, now that I've gotten smarter and older, says the 15-year-old dude, like, sorry, you're not that much smarter. I get weirdly aggressive at the end.
Favorite game is my favorite game because of a mod. But it's my list, my rules, so make your own damn list then.
Like, I just get weirdly aggressive for no reason, and it's like, dude, what? You're creating fights with no one? I also, in the end card, I'm looking at my notes as well. I'm talking about personal life again, which is something I don't do in the videos anymore. I talk about like swim and having swimmers a year, and it's like, dude, don't blame your bad editing on medical issues. Because I repeat a line in here somewhere, and it's really bad. and just this, it's not a great video. It's not a video I'd make today for sure. I mean, I think for most of it, it's fine because it's just like this game is good. This is why I like this game. Okay, on to the next one. It's kind of hard to mess up a top 10 like that. But like, especially this last segment for my favorite game where I get weirdly aggressive, the audio gets really bad, and then I like start to go in depth about personal life, and I'm like, okay, so that really takes me back a lot, and it's a fine video. That's what it is. It's fine. It's kind of hard to mess up a video like that. It's gonna go into B tier. I think it's gonna go to bottom of B tier though. Doesn't help that this thumbnail's not very good at all. And then what I would probably say my top 10 is right now at no particular order is Mario Odyssey, Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, Battle for Bikini Bottom, Mario Kart Wii, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Majora's Mask is my favorite game of all time. Spider-Man PS4, Punch-Out Wii, and Deltarune are probably the three new ones that I would put in the list. But I mean, like, this list is still pretty accurate to like some of my favorite games today. So at least I did good on that front.
Dude, you.
Alright, the Ace Attorney Trilogy ranked. Uploaded July 1st and August 31st. I just finished the Ace Attorney Trilogy and I wanted to make a video about it. This is kind of similar to the top 10 list where like this is a video that's kind of hard to mess up because a lot of this is just me going like, here's what happens in the case and this is why I liked it or this is why I don't like it. It has the same issue that a lot of these early videos do where I have a lot of mic peaking and I have a lot of background noise and a lot of just stuff that it just sounds bad. I split it up into two parts because I was lazy. Like, that's the honest answer is I just did not want to make a 40-minute video. I didn't want to make a 40-minute video in one sitting. So I put Turnabout Samurai a number at the bottom spot, which I kind of agree with to this day. I think Turnabout Samurai is a drag to play. I have a lot of friends that stopped playing the game at Turnabout Samurai, and like I can't blame them. I put Turnabout Big Top is like fourth worst. Which I will say, Mo the Clown is the GOAT. I love him. He's overhated. I agree with my point that I make here that I think it would be really interesting if like Regina was the killer. I think that would be super cool, and I think because do like a Turnabout Reclaimed idea where the murder's an accident. It's the thing of like I think Regina being the killer would be so cool because she shows no remorse and she has a good motive. So that's something in this video that I still pretty stand by. I'm like stumbling just more than normal and the script is just not as good. I mispronounce all the characters in Turnabout Recipe. There's this line in here.
Attorney Wiki as a, and I quote, homosexual man who enjoys non-passion drag.
Which is just something I would not do nowadays. Because that does not sound good, even if it's the truth. Like, even if it's straight from the wiki, you don't need to do that. In part 2, I do this little objection.lol intro, and I switch over to 3DS footage, which definitely looks a lot better. I probably could have found footage of the PC release, but oh well. I also just show these really long clips of the game to try to extend out the video, which there's a reason that I dubbed this over in the breakdown video, because this gets kind of boring. I say that was long, even though it's a 20-minute video. I start apologizing for the monthly schedule again, and it's like, dude, no one cares but you. It's the thing of, unlike the top 10 list, where at least you have that intrigue of like, okay, I wonder what games are going to be on here. This video is kind of boring because you know what's... Like, I don't have many controversial takes. I would say part 1's probably better than part 2, and that's just because my more controversial takes are going to be in part 1. But it's like, oh, I put Bridge to the Turnabout at number 1. Ooh. Yeah, this video is just... It was just boring. I mostly just go over the case and go, I liked it. And that's fine for a personal top 10 list, but it's not really as fine for a more like official ranking video like I was trying to do. All Ace Attorney cases ranked. That's probably going think I'd still want to watch Why I Love the Wii. This thumbnail's awesome. I do really like this thumbnail, though. The thing is, it's like, okay, this one, at least this one's 5 minutes long with filler. This is 40 minutes long with filler. So,
Holy sh! It's the Slender Man!
Alright, time for the Ben Drown video, released November 1st, 2020. It was Halloween. I wanted to do a scary video, and I had rediscovered earlier that the Ben Drown creepypasta continued as an ARG. I love the Ben Drown story to this day. I think it's super well done, and especially for like the era that I was in, I loved it. When I start highlighting different creepypastas, I only talk about like, oh, Sonic EXE, Slenderman, Squidward Suicide, Godzilla. I didn't put Jeff the Killer because that image scared me at the time. So I think that's like an obvious like snub there. Like, I still really did not figure out censor beeps then. I'm needlessly angry once again at the start. Really loud mic bang. I think like the actual going over the story is just another one of those where it's like, you can watch a better version here. And it's like, why are you making this video about the story that you love if you're not going to go over the story? I make like a brief history joke that even back then I thought this was cringy.
With the project. And that's a brief history of Ben Drown.
Like, even back then I thought this joke was cringy, and I don't know why I kept it in. When I talk about the revival, I keep saying I don't have time to get into this. Yes, you do. You have all the time in the world to get into this. Don't make a video if you're gonna half-ass it. You have all the time in the world. If you want to make a video about something, then do it. There's no point in like saying I can't do this when yes you can. Like, and I'm gonna spin this positive, because there is real like if you have your idea for something, you can do it. You very much can do it. It'll take time, it'll take practice, it'll take skill, but you're able to do anything that you can set your mind to, like all positivity speech. But like, especially when it comes to content creation, like if you have that idea, if you have that drive, you can make anything you want to. And so the fact that I have all of these, oh well, I don't have time to get into it. Yes, you do. And that's what's so disappointing about a lot of these older videos, is that I just half-ass them. And that's why I'm so happy with the videos I make now, is because when I do make a video now, I am putting my all into it. It takes longer. I'm not going to deny that. It definitely takes longer, especially since I'm a terrible procrastinator. But I mean, I've had a video that I've been working on that was supposed to come out last year that I pushed it back for almost a year now because I've been wanting to do it right. So I hate a lot of these, I don't have time, you can go watch this video, because it's like, no, you have the time. You very much have the time. Also, my audio changes.
I thought it was just amazing. It's 30 minutes long.
The audio changes and I don't mute the B-roll.
Finding out that Matt dated Izzy or Sarah.
Like, I didn't mute the B-roll, so it scared the hell out of me. This video is rough. It's so sloppy at the end. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I hate a lot of this. Oh, well, I can't do this. It's not as bad as the D-tier videos, and that's solely because it's not, like, unwatchably bad. Like, it's mediocre. It's fine, but it's a low C-tier. It's definitely lower than all of these other videos.
Skylanders Giants, the all-new video game where toys come to life.
The Skylanders Giants video, bigger disappointment. How to make a decent game bad. Uploaded December 30th, 2020. I wanted to make a Skylanders Giants video. During my playthrough, I discovered I didn't really like that game. I still don't really like this game. I think Skylanders Giants is, out of the original 4, I think it's the worst. I kind of stutter at the beginning, but this is my first video that I remember being really happy with it. Because with the Wii U video, I kind of had to stretch for stuff that I really liked. This is a video that I am still very proud of. Bit of stuttering at the start. I need to sound a lot more confident in my voiceover. This is the last video where I do like the end card tease.
Well, come back next time while we'll take a look at another disappointing follow-up.
Yeah, this is like, I was gonna do a I think I have it in a pinned content. Yeah, I was gonna do a Frozen 2 video, and just did not do it because I didn't have much to say about Frozen 2, because Frozen 2 is a nothing movie. But I mean, like, I don't really have many notes for this one because this is the first one where it's like, I agree with what I'm saying. I think I'm making my points well. I think my voiceover definitely needs to be better. But I mean, like, the editing's fine. The script, I think, is pretty solid. This has been the first video that I can full-heartedly say that this video is good. The Wii U one is more of a having to search for the good aspects of it. Skylanders Giants is the first video I made that I still actively go back to, and I'm still happy with it.
No way! The freaking bridge is on fire! Larry, f*** you!
How Ace Attorney Hooks in the Player uploads February 28th, 2021. This one, I actually really like the story for this one because I was laying in bed where I just had the idea for a video. It popped in my mind. It's like midnight, and I scripted the whole thing out that night and got uploaded a few days later. This was just a video idea that because Ace Attorney is such a hard franchise to explain to people. It's such a, dude, you just gotta trust me franchise. And so being able to make a video where I'm like, no, I can explain to you why this franchise is good, only using the first two cases, I was happy with this one. I have a pretty good use of actually linking to another video. One of my points is that the animation in this game is fantastic, and hey, there's a video by someone who's a lot smarter than me about this topic talking about the animation of the game, so I actually have a good use of like linking out. I use more Game Grumps footage. Don't know why. Again, do not watch the Game Grumps. Don't know why I did it. I have a pretty good editing bit here.
It is. And two, you get a loud, powerful thing.
Like, that's really well edited. It's short. It's not even 5 minutes long. But like, for a video I scripted out in one night, I like it. It's pretty solid. It's short. It's to the point. I explain my points well, and there's very little cringe. It's easily the best video so far. Hey, I even got the censor bead more figured out. It's easily the best video so far. It's a solid little video. I don't think it reaches S tier. I will say there are definitely some videos in here that I think reach S tier. Easily the best video so far. Which, hey, it's a good thing that the latest two videos are the ones I consider the best. So I am growing.
Oh my god!
No, Mario Kart 64 is not the worst Mario Kart game, but it is very flawed. Uploaded March 29th, 2021, and this was, first of all, it's a terrible title. It is so long. I wanted to redo my Mario Kart video because even back then I knew I didn't really like it, even though I do gas it up in this video. I started up the video by being like, the editing was great, I added music. Dude, the video sucks. No, I was like, oh, the editing was good. I added music, which was good, and like the video was so good. No, it wasn't. Why I Love Mario Kart 64 is not one of the best videos I've ever made. That line did not age well at all. I think it's also the first time I add like a little mistake in as like a joke. I have just random Super Circuit and another Scott the Woz clip and like just random footage that doesn't really relate to what I'm talking about. Like I agree with the track selection. I think that the N64 track selection is like perfectly fine, but like it's not the best. Battle mode is super fun, especially when you're with a bunch of buddies. That is a ton of fun to play. Like overall, the video is fine. It's better than the original for sure, but that's not a high bar to cross. The editing is back to being pretty weird and kind of choppy. The script is fine. I sound more confident in what I'm saying, so...
But it's just kind of boring.
Like, I definitely sound a lot more confident, which is good, but overall, the video is just fine. It's a B tier. It's definitely going above Skylanders, but I do think that Xbox video is still just slightly better. And going a bit out of order, now time for the one video that I hated so much that I unlisted it. Uploaded April 18th, 2022. I enlisted this video as I'm not proud of how this turned out. For a game I was so passionate about, I should have done a lot more than give a brief history and then talk about drama. While I don't think the video is harmful, if I felt it to be harmful, it would be privatized. I'm unhappy with it to keep it off the mains video tab. This is still available if you go through the playlist, but yeah, this video is rough. First of all, the editing is not great. I was so into Friday Night Funkin', and I wanted to make a video about it so bad. And for a game that I was just so passionate about, for a game that I loved so much, I went into all this stupid drama. And like, it ruined the video. There's a lot of stuff in here where it's like, I shouldn't be talking about this, because like, when I was 16 when I made this, I am not sensitive enough to talk about these topics. I can argue I'm still not sensitive enough to talk about these topics. No, I give a good history section. Like, I give like I have some like solid editing. Like, there's a cut into Witty that's kind of cool.
Cave dev.
Like, it's simple, but like that works. And then I get into the drama. The fact that I have a disclaimer talking about child exploitation in one of my videos is not great. Yeah, I say for a female when talking about Sky, and it's like, that is the chuddiest thing I have ever said. I will never understand why I go over the drama and the bad sides of this community, especially in a video titled How a Community Saved This Game. I don't understand why I spend a good half of it talking about how the community is actively ruining the game. I do not understand it at all. Because then it just makes me feel like I feel nothing when I get to the talking about what mods I liked. Like, it makes me get to this point and I'm like, okay, I am kind of just in a bad mood because you just got done talking about child groomers and stuff like that, and it's like, I really don't want to hear what you have to say about the mic of time. Like, it is a... I also talk about, oh, when the game releases in April, it's still not out. I add this clip of me beating a really hard song, and it's like, okay, you don't need to do this. It's the worst video I've ever made. It's a video so bad that I've unlisted it. The editing is fine, and the script is not the worst in the world, but it's just, I will never understand my decision to talk about the drama that not only dates this game, but I'm not knowledgeable enough to talk about. There's no need to discuss as heavy of a topic as like child exploitation on a YouTube video about a rhythm game. It is by far bottom of D tier. It is the worst video I have ever made, and it's not even a competition.
How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
Now, I will say, for a lot of these more modern videos, starting with the Indigo League, I did not rewatch them for this project, and that's mostly because I still go back and watch all of these videos. Indigo League is definitely one of the harder videos to watch out of this group. It is still definitely... I kind of classify my channel under two different time periods, and that is pre and post Skylanders Swap Force, i.e. when my thumbnail started changing, when I started hiring Oof Bunny to commission art for my channel. And so this is still definitely in that pre-time period, but I mean, like, it's fine. There's definitely some reviews I could have gone longer, there's some reviews I could have gone shorter. I think for my first attempt at this, like, every episode of blank reviewed, I did pretty good. It was an idea that I was trying to do for years. And I finally sat down, locked in, and did it, and I'm happy with the result. Probably an A tier, probably below Giants, but still a very video I'm happy with. Swap Force, I want to give it an S. I don't know why I did. Well, I know why. I think everything up to the character ranking is perfect. I wouldn't change a damn thing. I'm very happy with how it was. My script was really good. My editing was good. My music was good. Like, I think everything was perfect. I think it was funny. There's some jokes in there that I kind of remember, like my joke about Tessa, because genuinely when I was writing that script, I did not remember her. And I think like a joke like that, that's funny. That's like well done. And then I do the character ranking at the end, and like it's not the worst thing in the world, but that was a very clear, oh, you're doing a character ranking to pad out this video. And I think if I didn't add that, probably an S tier, definitely top of A tier. I mean, hell, it's the video you see when you click my channel. It's still the thing that I advertise. Still very well made. You can definitely tell that there is a turning point. Hell, you can tell with upload dates too of how it went from what 4 years, so 3 years. So this was January 13th, 2023, and this one was October 26th, 2021. So, and the Friday Night Funkin' one was 2022. So even just through upload dates, you can tell that there was a massive change in how I wanted to make content. And like I said, I really love all these videos, and I still go back to all of these. My SpongeBob one is my best video I've ever made. I think it's funny. I think it's well made. I love the bit that I do. It's so subtle, but it's a bit where, because in the SpongeBob game, your music's tied to your costume. So I will fade in and out the same song over and over again to kind of replicate that feeling. And I think it's such a good, subtle bit. It's a video that it's a decently short video too, 15 minutes. It's a video I constantly go back to. I think it was well scripted. I think my voiceover was really good. My editing was great. Like, I love this video. I think the thumbnail that Oofbani did is so good. It is my favorite video, and that is not even a competition. My 3DS one, probably my worst one of this bunch. It's just a video I don't go back to nearly as much. It's also a video I made for a college organization I'm part of too. So that was also kind of the awkward thing of I technically made it for them first and then tweaked it to be in my format. And I think just because of that, I don't go back to it nearly as much. If I'm actually being honest, this is probably going like top of B tier. It's still good, but it's also got some color correction issues. The color in a lot of the footage just does not look right. Like it's definitely a good video, and I'm still happy with it, but it is the video I go back to the least. My Ace Attorney breakdown is S tier. This is probably my most controversial video I've ever made. First of all, fantastic idea. An idea that no one has ever done on YouTube. It's my most popular video too, so I think that also helps me be like, I'm really proud of it. I've gotten so many comments about the voice acting in that video. And to that I say I literally hired a bunch of freelance. That did all this work for no pay. I literally reached out on my college Snapchat story and had a few people that were interested in helping me out. They all took time out of their day to do something just out of the kindness of their hearts. For a complete stranger too. I didn't know any of these people beforehand. And I love this video. I think it turned out really well. I think the voice acting was a lot of fun to do. It was a fun project to put together. And I'm happy that it's my most popular, and it definitely still got a lot of love. It was a little disheartening seeing a lot of the hate, but also it's a lot of hate where I'm just going, I'm ignoring it because you don't have all the background. And like, I'm happy with it. That's what matters at the end of the day, is I'm super happy with that video. Pokemon card communities in a dire situation. More relevant than ever. That's a video that just keeps progressively getting better aged. It's good. It was supposed to come out before Prismatic Evolutions came out, and it didn't. It came out a lot later than that, actually. But it was a more journalistic video. I actually interviewed a card store that I don't go to anymore. which is kind of funny. But yeah, no, it's supposed to be more of like a journalistic research type video, and you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm pretty proud of it. I don't go back to it nearly as much because it's not a funny video. It's a lot more of a serious video that isn't like... It's a serious video that isn't like a, you know, like this one. I love the thumbnail. I think I did a great job doing some more journalistic research on it. I'm happy with it. Probably below Swap Force, but yeah. My Orange Islands video, definitely a lot better than my Indigo League video. Very happy with it. It's really not much to say. I think all the reviews were pretty good, so... probably worse than Giant. Better than Giant? Yeah, no. That seems right. And my most recent video, my Pokemon promos video, it's a good throw on the background video. Probably better than Wii U, probably worse than Indigo League. It was kind of made to be a throw on the background video. But you know what? I'm happy with it. I think the editing was good. I like the transitions I did. Hard to complain. But yeah, that's all the videos I made that are still publicly available. And I'm glad to see that I end up liking most of them. I definitely knew going into this, there's a lot of these down here that I knew I was not going to like. But yeah, it's been 10 years since I've been on this platform, and that's insane to me. Yeah, I thank you for everyone who stuck around for as long as anyone has. Yeah, it's still kind of insane to me to think that it's been 10 years on this platform. But yeah, thank you all for watching.